Hi guys, welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your weekly horoscope overview for the week of 23rd August 2021 to 29th August 2021. But before we begin, I would like to let you know that I also do daily video horoscopes and monthly sun rising sign video horoscopes that you can watch on my YouTube channel. And I also request you to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you can be notified every time I post a video. All right, so let's talk about what's happening this week. And I do want to mention that when I say a particular date, give or take a day, because it'll vary depending on your location. So the first important thing happens on Monday itself, August 23rd, and that is the Venus Saturn trine. Now, this is a moment where we will commit to Venus things, where we will decide and define our Venus things. And what are those? Relationships, projects, finances, self worth, values, skills. So, here is a point where we will automatically, not in a stressful way, but organically, in a very natural way, begin to commit to Venus things, decide about Venus things. And this could very well be that we commit to a relationship. Venus is relationships, right? We say, I commit to this. Or we say, hey, this is not for me, I don't commit to it. Or if there's a project that you've been working on, you say, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm going to give it my all. Or you say, no, I just realized I've been wasting my time. This is not for me. But this process of deciding, taking a decision, or committing to Venus things is not stressful. It's coming about quite organically and naturally. And another thing I want to mention is that in this alignment, we have the North Node in Gemini trining both Venus and Saturn, right? Making a grand trine. And this means that whatever decision we take, whatever commitment we make, when it comes to our Venus things, love, relationships, projects, finances, self worth, values, skills, will push us one more step towards our goals, towards where we are headed, because that's what the North Node is. And these goals, this path that we are building to, is for the long run. So that's an important thing that happens on Monday, and it starts on the full moon on Sunday, August 22nd. Now, if you haven't seen my full moon in Aquarius video, I urge you to watch it because that'll make a lot of things clear. And we are coming into this week with a with the full moon energy, right? Okay, so that's the first thing. And I do want to mention that this technically happened on 22nd August, but as we enter this week, the sun has entered the sign of Virgo. It has left the sign of Leo and entered Virgo. Now, this is a shift. The sun in Leo is about following your heart, is about doing what you love, is about strength. But the sun in Leo was opposing the Saturn in Aquarius energy, which meant for the past 30 days we have worked very hard. We have taken a lot of decisions. Um, we have worked very hard, to put it very simply, because Saturn is the planet of hard work and decisions, and it's opposing the Leo energy. And the sun in Leo, although we wanted to follow our heart, do what we loved, there was an element of, okay, this will require work. You have to work hard. So we worked very hard and it's been very intense. But now the sun is going to leave the sign of Leo and enter Virgo, and that's a good thing. Typically, I would never say that it's a good thing, but in this case, it is, because it's not going to oppose the Saturn energy in the sign of Virgo. So the sun in Virgo, which it entered on August 22nd, Sunday, has started a different energy, which is about getting organized, getting planned, making things perfect, making things a part of our day to day. And it comes at a time when Venus is trining Saturn, when we are committing to deciding about our projects and relationships. So there's going to be that shift. And then on August 25th, we have the Mercury Neptune opposition. Now, this is a moment where there can be a lot of confusion, right? Because Neptune is a planet of confusion. Yes, it's also a very spiritual energy, it's also a very creative energy, it's a very sensitive energy, but it's also confusion. And Mercury is our logical mind. So at this point, on August 25th, we can start to feel confused. We might not be able to see things for what they are, or we might be overly sensitive. So if that is the case with you, I would recommend letting this energy pass. And of course, the daily video will give you more details about this energy. But we are going to face some sort of confusion, some sort of not being able to see things clearly, not being able to see things from a logical perspective for a few moments this week. And then on August 26th, we have a positive alignment. We have Mercury trining Pluto. Now, this is positive. Pluto is the planet of transformation, healing, catharsis, endings, beginnings. And Mercury is our mind, it's our thinking, it's social media, it's our immediate environment, it's our peer group, it's our health, it's our job, it's our day to day routine, it's our lifestyle, it's so many things. And all Mercury things that I just mentioned are undergoing a transformation that comes about naturally because they are in a trine. It's not a stressful aspect. So this week on August 22nd, we can transform our routine, health, job, diet, exercise, thinking, social media, etc. Or we can just end an old routine and begin a new one. Pluto is also endings, right? So anything Mercury related will undergo an ending or beginning or a transformation or a healing in catharsis. So that's August 26th. And this technically happens next week because it's on August 30th, but I'm going to talk about it in this video. And on August 30th, Mercury is going to enter the sign of Libra. Now this is also a shift. This is a shift in our thinking. In Virgo, a lot of our thinking is about details, analyzing. It's very critical. It's about getting organized, and we can be stressed out mentally. That was the case. That is the case rather up until August 30th, till Mercury enters the sign of Libra. Don't get me wrong, Mercury loves to be in Virgo because it rules Virgo, but Virgo is very detailed, it's very analytical, it's very critical, right? So that's what we become, that's what we begin to do when Mercury is in Virgo. Be critical, analyze, organize, focus on the details, and that can be stressful, right? That can be stressful. And Mercury in Libra, what is that about? Libra is about finding balance. It's not balanced. It's about finding the balance. It's about the pros and the cons, figuring it out, weighing it out. It's the scales, right? Libra is the scales. So that's what we do. When Mercury enters the sign of Libra, which it will on August 30th, we're going to start to weigh things out. We're going to start to try to find the balance mentally, in our routine, in our environment, in our job, in our health. Okay, I've organized last month, I've figured out the details, I've analyzed everything. Now, how do I find the balance? How do I find the balance? That's what Mercury is going to do in Libra. And let me also mention, by the end of the month, end of the month, September, Mercury is going to retrograde in the sign of Libra. Okay? So we are going to see Mercury retrograde in the sign of Libra, which it is entering on August 30th. And on August 30th, we also have the last quarter square of the moon begin. Now, this is a point where we begin to release things. We begin to let go of things the whole week till the new moon on September 6th. We are going to be releasing and letting go of what the new cycle that started on August 8th with the new moon in Leo. We all began something with the new moon in Leo, and I think it happened at 16 degrees of Leo, if I'm not mistaken. So check for 16 degrees of Leo in your chart. That's where the new beginning happened. And this week, we're releasing things connected to that beginning, starting on August 30th. So it could be an emotion. We are assessing what about that beginning can come with me to the next month. What about that beginning do I have to leave behind? So the whole week is a process of release and letting go, starting on August 30th. And that's pretty much it for the week, right? So it begins with a very positive alignment, Venus trining Saturn. There can be a moment of confusion or moments of confusion with Mercury opposing Neptune, and then our Mercury things will undergo a transformation after the confusion because it's going to oppose Neptune, Mercury, and then trine Pluto. We get confused, we can't see things clearly, and then we go through the transformation. to Mercury things: thinking, communicating, social media, immediate environment, peer group, health, job, diet, routine, exercise, etc. And then towards the end of the week, Mercury is going to enter the sign of Libra, and this is going to change the way we think. It's going to change the way we approach things mentally. From an organizing, analyzing, detail oriented perspective, we're going to go into how do I find balance? And this is where Mercury is going to go retrograde, I believe, on September 27th. And towards the end of the week, August 30th, we also begin the process of releasing and letting go for the next whole week, starting August 30th. And now I will pick a card for the week. Okay, we have two cards: building blocks, mending. So I think this week we are going to be focused on healing in some ways, mending something. And we are building. We are laying the foundation this week as well. We get this card so often. We're building. This week is about building. Venus trine Saturn is about commitment and decisions, which is about building, which will help us build to our long-term goals, the North Node, where we are headed, the North Node. And I say long-term because the North Node has been in a trine to Saturn for months. That's it. So I think this week, in some ways, we will be healing, we will be mending, and this is another week of building for the future. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you guys have a great week, and if you want details about any particular day, you can watch my daily videos, which will be on YouTube. So yeah, with that, have a great week, and bye.